Alright, so check it out. I found a verse in Daniel chapter 8. You see it right here. Daniel chapter 8. I'm going to just circle it right here. Let you see it. Daniel chapter 8, verse 16. If you go down here to verse 20, you'll see where it says, "The ram which thou sawest having two horns are the kings of," what is that word right there? Media, or is that Media and Persia? Let's read it again. "The ram which thou sawest having two horns are the kings of Media and Persia." If you look at this verse right here, that's Media. You could say that's Media and Persia, or you could say that's Media and Persia. That word, I'm going to go ahead and just say it as Media, makes me think of, because this Daniel, the chapter 10, Daniel is referring to and uses different metaphors and analogies for the little horns and the big horns. Now, the little horns and big horns goes into the scriptures of the end times, part of it. So if you look at this verse in verse 20, remember it's Daniel chapter 18, verse 16. Go down here to verse 20, and I'm going to go ahead and circle it. Verse 20, right here. Right here. Verse 20, "The ram which thou sawest having two horns are the kings of Media and Persia." So the ram that sawest, which the ram sawest having two horns. So the thing that has the two horns are the kings. So I'm going to circle that word, the kings of Media and Persia. So you could look at it as like the Antichrist having a foothold, or like not really him controlling, not really the Antichrist controlling the media, but the media, the spirit behind the media. So it's like these two things right here, the Media and Persia, something with the end times having to do with Persia, and then there is a foothold, something controlling, and the Antichrist having a big influence on the Media. I would rather say the media, because when I was reading over this verse, it made me think of how the Antichrist is going to have such a big influence on the media. The Media, media. Media or media. I'm going to go ahead and go with media. It made me think of how the Antichrist is going to have such a big foothold in the media. And he's going to be influencing the media during these end times now more than ever. Just some scripture I wanted to bring up, saints, and just to kind of like open your eyes more in the spirit of what God wanted me to show you and what God kind of pointed me to in this verse. So remember, it's Daniel 8, Daniel chapter 18, verse 16, or Daniel 8 and 16, verse 20. So it's talking about saw the two horns. One of the horns is in the media. Media. I'm gonna go ahead and say media. One of the horns would be in the media. So it's just more knowledge to take in. It's just more of an eye opener in your spirit. That's all it was. God just pointed me to it. All right. You can turn here and read over this scripture too and see what I mean. So Media, Media. But I'm gonna go ahead and go and say it's media. So God bless.